Evan's sister was in calculus a few years back, which is a long time ago now. She was also in my computer programming course the next year, and she made for her ISU. She made a matrix solver, which is very cool. Okay, so you could make, you know, what we did for matrix solver is you give points and you can find, you know, the equation of any parabola. Like if you give n points, it's degree of n minus 1. If you know what I'm talking about, don't worry, you will eventually. Okay, so so you can do this with computers. So this can be done. I want you to be able to solve a 3 by 3 by hand on your test. I will give you a 3 by 3 or a 4 by 4 to solve, and you can do it. Michael, stop. Okay, because this is stressful to people here in this class. All right. So what a matrix is? Movie. We're going to say a matrix is a rectangular grid of numbers. Is a rectangular grid of numbers made to facilitate the solution to a linear system. Okay, these were created because what we did yesterday was a nightmare. Okay, yesterday's lesson, it was fine. Like, I love algebra, I like solving for x, but 3 equations, 3 unknowns is a lot of work. As you can probably guess, 4 equations, 4 unknowns would be a lot worse than that. 5 equations, 5 unknowns would be worse. You will see this in university math when you get there. Okay, next year there'll be this sort of algebra. Okay, so we're going to say Gauss-Jordan elimination. What's the guy's name? Can be written down from the original equations. And I'm going to show you what you're trying to do. And this will make more sense once you see your notes when you're reviewing. I guess there's no final exam this year. On midterm, right? Okay, that's what you're trying to do, okay? Now, what would happen in the first set of equations, okay, and we'll show you how we do this here in a little bit, okay? So you want to get zeros down every other diagonal. We'll deal with that in a sec. So what would happen was you would take, the first equation would be ax plus by plus cz equals d, and you'd get rid of the 8 x, y's, and z's, and you just use the coefficients. The second equation would be ex plus fy plus gz plus h, right, or equals h, and you'd write them like that. We want to then eventually get it to look like this, and then eventually look like that. I will show you how it's done in a sec. It looks complicated, okay, right, but that's the logic what we're trying to do, I guess.
The similar letters between sets aren't the same.
Oh, sorry, I should probably. If you got too far down, that's fine. Yeah, good point, Michael. These aren't necessarily the same letters, sorry, thank you. Okay. So I should probably say like M-N-O-P. If you leave it the same, it doesn't really matter what the letters are, that's what I'm saying. They're all different letters, okay? They don't necessarily have to be the same numbers, okay? This would tell you that in the end, that x equals r, y equals s, and z equals t. Okay, that's what that would ultimately tell you there. Okay. I know you guys did some of this in data management. Who here has taken data management so far? 5 souls, okay, and including Michael. So 4 souls and 5. Okay, good. So now, so you 5 will have a slight advantage that you know what these are. But Mr. Kemp was nice enough to give you a calculator to solve this. I am not nice. Okay, so you'll have to do this using your brain. All right, here we go. Example 1. We go to row operations. So we'll deal with that. Row operations. Number 1 says any row can be multiplied by a non-zero constant. Basically what we're doing here is we're doing elimination. This is called Gauss-Jordan elimination. So we're basically doing elimination with 3 sets of equations, okay? And then we're ignoring the x, the y's, and the z's. We're just dealing with different spaces that they're going to be in. So number 1, you can multiply or divide any row by a constant. Number 2 says any row can be replaced by the sum or difference of that row and a multiple of another row. And number 3, any 2 rows can be interchanged. Now, everybody here pause on the video before we start. Okay, I'm going to pause on the video, give you guys a second to scribble, and then we'll actually show you how this works. It makes a lot more sense in